Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector75, and welcome to a DC Universe Classics figure review. I've never done one of these before, so I thought I'd do one because I've got a few of these figures hanging around. I only bought these really mainly for this figure here. This is of course the Cyborg Superman. I can't remember what wave this come from actually, but I was pretty chuffed when I actually saw this guy online, because I always wanted a figure of this because I was a big fan of the comics back in the 90s, of course, when Superman died and subsequently returned as 4 new Supermen. This is sorry, I've got a bit of a cold at the moment as well. Sorry about that. But yeah, this is my favourite of the 4 that returned. I was kind of gutted in the end that he turned out to be the villain of the piece, because I thought he was just absolutely brilliant looking. I loved the Terminator 2-esque look. If I can get it to zoom in on his head there, I loved all that, and just what it did to the Man of Steel. Actually, I thought it was just brilliant, and I thought it was really apt that obviously this one was called the Man of Tomorrow, being a completely cyborgish figure. I just thought it was really great. Of course, his real name was Hank Henshaw. Yeah, I mean it's a good figure. Articulation, they've got the usual standard, so that we've got the elbow movements and the shoulder movements, and they're slightly on a strange joint there as well, so you get a bit of that movement out there, and you can move them at the biceps. I don't know what they are, but yeah, it's a great figure. So we're going to put them there. That was the only figure I had for such a long time, and then I went on eBay and I did a bit of looking around like I do sometimes, and I made it my point to try and get the others. The next one I got was Superboy. He was quite easy to find actually. I managed to get him from America because the British sellers were just a bit overpriced, and I got him like a $5 cheaper just getting him from America. And plus he was boxed, and I think he came with the Collect and Connect piece for someone else, which I stuck on eBay and got near enough half my money back, so I thought that was pretty handy. I just loved this Superboy. I loved him in his leather jacket, and yeah, I did get some of the more dodgier comics. I think it was called Superboy and the Ravers. Don't ask me why. Back in the 90s. So there we go. That comic really got cancelled a long time ago, probably for the better, to be honest. The next one I managed to get was around the same time actually. I managed to get the last Son of Krypton. Superboy, of course, was just a clone of Superman after he died. Now this guy, this was obviously, like I said just now, the last Son of Krypton. He was exactly the same as Superman. Don't ask me why, but his glasses are a bit off. I've tried to straighten them up, but they won't bloody straighten out. Yeah, he was a Superman that was dressed all in black, and had slightly different powers, and of course he couldn't look. Actually, he had an aversion to bright light, hence the visor, and he would deal out instant justice on the streets of Metropolis, and he used to kill people and everything like that. And it was like a Superman with no conscience. He did turn out, in fact, to be the Eradicator in a sort of like a human-esque form. Of course, he didn't actually know it. He himself believed that he was the Man of Steel come back to life, which is pretty cool. Out of the 4, I assumed that he would be the Man of Steel come back to life. That would be the one. I didn't know that there would be a 5th. I don't actually have that figure. I'm not that bothered about getting it, to be honest. The next one I did get was this one. This is the Man of Steel. This is a quite cool one. Yeah, I think this is a limited edition one because it's sort of like the chrome plated S on his chest there. This is just a big black geezer in a suit of armour that he built, and he wore the S symbol as a means to honour Superman, because Superman saved his life. This is one of my, yeah, he was definitely one of my favourites alongside the Man of Tomorrow over there. He was just super cool, dead hard as nails, and yeah, I liked him. I know they made a film of him. I ain't got a clue. I never saw it. Never got a massive release over here, and I never went out my way to try and see it, to be honest. Probably again for the better. Yeah, he does come with his giant hammer, which I thought was pretty cool. There was a few figures of this going for about the same money I paid for this without his hammer, and I thought, well, why am I going to bother doing that? Still, there we go. I was pretty chuffed with him when he finally arrived. I love all the detail on this guy. Absolutely brilliant. Yeah, so they were my original 4 that I wanted, and then I sort of got the bug a little bit. I think this is about 18 months ago, give or take. I can't remember when I started buying all these. And so I started buying a few more. Now, the next one, I should have got this guy when I saw him in Forbidden Planet. This is the Sinestro Corps Cyborg Superman, after he's recruited by Sinestro, obviously. And I love it how they've now moulded all the yellow rings that he's got on his hand. No, I love this figure. I actually wanted to get the T-shirt of that there with his Sinestro Corps in the Superman logo there. I really did want it, actually. I'm gutted that I never got it. Yeah, it's another cool figure. It doesn't seem as posable as my Cyborg. I mean, it's slightly loose. Unfortunately, I did buy this guy loose as well, which I'm a bit gutted. I probably paid the same that I could have got him brand new in the box in Forbidden Planet a few years ago. A slightly different paint job on the face, and of course he doesn't have the metal leg anymore. Yeah, I don't know why I can't pose him as well as the Cyborg Superman over there. I don't know why. Oh, he's doing a strange stance over there now. Right, we'll go on to the next one. This is Superboy Prime. I wanted this one just because I love Superboy Prime in Infinite Crisis. Hard as nails, and he is probably one of the most strongest supervillains in the entire DC universe, or he was. With the new 52, I haven't got a clue if this guy even exists anymore. He came from Earth Prime, where he was the only superhero, and all the other heroes just appeared in literally kind of like our universe, where they're all in just comics. Yeah, and it was quite funny. I can't remember if it was the end of Infinite Crisis, but he gets shunted off back to I think it was a remade Earth Prime, and he's holding the actual issues of Infinite Crisis where he's been defeated, and he's back in his house with his mum and dad, or something like that. I can't remember. I found it quite funny anyway. But yeah, this is he's got his like anti-monitor armor on, which feeds him yellow sunlight, which amplified his powers, and he went on a rampage and killed quite a few people, which is pretty cool. The next one. This is one I was after for a long time, and I finally managed to get it. I can't remember now, 6-7 months ago, something like that. This is Hal Jordan as Parallax. I was a big fan of Parallax. I did love what they did with him. Now, a lot of people didn't like it, but I really did like it. I love the cape that they gave him at the back here. It's nice, like rubber cape. I'm glad they started going with rubber capes rather than they used to do just like cloth cape. Yeah, I love this figure. He does have. I actually. Have him on in my living room shelf at the moment. Yeah, I do like that one. Right, so you put it at the back here. The final figure I've actually got is probably one of my favourites as well. This is, of course, Jean-Paul Valley, Batman from Knightfall. A great figure. I've been waiting for this for years. It was another one I was waiting for years to come out, and they finally made one, and I'm so glad I got it. I want to get the Collect and Connect Bane figure, but that's a little bit pricey for what he is. I think it's about £50, something like that, but that's from America as well. I'm not paying that. I do love the cape all the back here. I think I got this one from Japan, or somewhere like that. But I just think it's a great rendition of the Jean-Paul Valley Batman in all his Azrael armour. Yeah, definite one of my favourites as well. Right, so anyway, so that has been some of my DC Universe Wave classics. I can't remember exactly the name that they're given, but yeah, I mean they're pretty cool. I would like to get a few more, but obviously with money constraints and everything like that, and space, to be honest, I probably won't. But if I ever do, then I'd probably get probably Bane, probably the next one, and maybe a Joker and a Riddler. Anyway, bye for now.